A very good morning, students. Welcome back to HR Board. My name is Nandini Shukla and I teach you paper 2 of UGC NET exam. The subject name is Labor Welfare and the subject code is 55. So, all those students who are preparing for the UGC NET exam and their subject is Labor Welfare, they are most welcome to join my channel HR Board and also join the Telegram group HR Board Official. So, we are discussing the paper 2 answer key which was released. Part 1 I have already discussed and this is the part 2. I request everyone to please like the session. Let's see the question. The principle of equal pay for equal work is contained in which article of the Constitution of India? Article 38, Article 39E, Article 39A, Article 41. So the answer which is given by the UGC NET is option 2, that is Article 39E. Let's see कि final answer key में क्या इसका answer आता है, because the answer for this question is Article 39D. Okay? So let's see, अगर किसी ने challenge किया होगा question को तो final answer key में अगर revise होता है तो हम लोग बाद में देखेंगे इसका answer क्या होगा correct. Next is question number 102. Please read the question once. Sequentially arrange the following steps of designing a structured situational interview. Steps of designing a structured situational interview. Analyze the job, appoint the interview panel and conduct the interview, create interview questions, create benchmark answers, rate the job's main duties. So let's see the answer. The answer is option 2. Okay. So first step is to analyze the job. Then rate the job's main duty. Then third step is create the interview questions. Then is create the benchmark answers. And the last step is appoint the interview panel and conduct the interview. Okay. Question number 103 is, let the total population be represented as P, size of the labor force as LF, persons considered to be employed as E, and number of persons considered unemployed as U. The unemployment rate is given by, so the इसमें क्या पूछा गया, formula of the unemployment rate. Population is represented by P, labor force LF, person considered to be employed E, and number of person considered unemployed U. So labor force का क्या formula होगा देखते हैं. So the answer is option 4. कैसे unemployment rate का क्या formula होता है? Unemployed people divided by labor force into 100. So unemployed people का क्या formula है? U and labor force represented by LF. So the correct answer is option 4. Question number 104 is, which of the following is not correct as per Woodward's task technology approach to organizational design? Complex technologies lead to tall organization structures. Span of management for first level managers increases as organization moves from unit to mass production. Increasing technological complexities reduce clerical and administrative staff in the organization. Fourth is, complex technologies require more supervision and coordination. So what is the correct answer of the question number 104 is option 3. So क्या पूछा गया था, which is not correct. ठीक है. So this is, rest all the statements are correct and this is not correct. Question number 105 is, which of the following are simulation form of training? Which of the following are simulation form of training? So these are, first of all, these are off-the-job training methods. There are two types of training methods, on-the-job training methods and off-the-job training methods. So these are all off-the-job training methods. अब इसमें पूछा गया simulation form of training कौन सी है? Lecture, case study, business games, role playing या sensitivity training. So the answer is option 2. Case study, business games, role playing. Question number 106 is establishments performing work for less than how many days shall not be covered under the Contract Labour Regulation and Abolition Act 1970. ये आपके कॉन्ट्रैक्ट लेबर एक्ट में मेंशन्ड है. सो 180 डेज, 240 डेज, 120 डेज या 95 डेज. अगर किसी भी एम्प्लॉय ने अपना काम किया है लेस देन हाउ मेनी डेज, 120 डेज, so he or she will not be covered under the Contract Labour Act 1970. किसी भी establishment में अगर कोई भी work perform हो रहा है for less than 120 days, so that is not covered under the Contract Labour Regulation and Abolition Act of 1970. Question number 107 is, as per the provisions of the Interstate Migrant Workmen Regulation of Employment and Conditions of Service Act 1979, the contractor is required to issue a passbook with photo of the workman and which of the following information. कौन कौन सी इंफॉर्मेशन मेंशन होनी चाहिए? The name and place of establishment where in the workman is employed, the period of employment, the proposed rates and modes of payment of wages, the medical expenses, the deductions made. So the answer is option 2. Option 2, that is A, B, C and E. A, B, C and E. Medical expenses is not covered. Okay, let's see. It's given in the section 12 of the Interstate Migrant Workmen's Act, subsection 1, clause B. क्या क्या होना चाहिए? The name and place of the establishment wherein the workman is employed, the period of employment, the proposed rates and modes of payment of wages, the displacement allowance, the return fare payable, deductions made and such other particulars as may be prescribed. So medical expenses is not given. Question number 108 is, an appraisal device that seeks performance feedback from such source as oneself, bosses, peers, team members, customers and suppliers. Its rate selectivity, 360 appraisal, 360-degree appraisal, balance scorecard या peer evaluation. So this question was easy. The answer is option 2, that is 360-degree appraisal. Okay. Question number 109 is, which of the following is or are major dimensions to culture as concluded by Hofstede? Power distance, individualism, uncertainty avoidance, masculinity and femininity, long-term and short-term orientation. So the answer is option 4, all are there. All are the dimensions of culture as given by Hofstede. A, B, C, D and E. Question number 110 is, match list 1 with list 2. It's feature of incentive schemes with the name of these schemes. Earning vary in the same proportion as the output. Earnings vary less proportionality than the output. Earnings vary at different levels of the output. Earnings vary proportionality neatly more than the output. So let's see. Earnings vary in the same proportion is the standard R system. A का थर्ड दो ऑप्शंस में आ रहा है, सो दो ऑप्शन से एलिमिनेट हो जाएंगे. अब बी का देखते हैं. अर्निंग्स वेरी लेस प्रोपोर्शनलिटी देन द आउटपुट. So the answer is option 3. A का थर्ड, B का फर्स्ट, A का थर्ड, C का फोर्थ एंड D का सेकेंड. More proportionality, high piece rate system. Question number 111, sequentially arrange the following steps of validation process of employment test. Steps of validation process of employment test. Choose the test, analyze the job, administer the test, cross-validation and revalidation, relate your test scores and criteria. So the answer is option 4, starting with analyzing the job. So इससे आपके दो ऑप्शन एलिमिनेट हो जाएंगे. अब दो ऑप्शन आएंगे. एनालाइजिंग द जॉब, बी. देखिए दोनों ऑप्शन में बी के बाद ए आ रहा है. ए यानी कि चूज द टेस्ट. देन इज द एडमिनिस्टर. जब हम लोग टेस्ट को चूज कर लेंगे, एडमिनिस्टर करेंगे टेस्ट को, Then is relate your test scores and criteria, and then is cross validation and revalidation. Last stage. 112 question. Tata Workers Union is appropriate example of which of the following union? Tata Workers Union. It's the craft union, staff union, industrial union, या the general union. So it's the industrial union. Option 3. Next question. Arrange the stages of internalization of firm's operations in proper sequence from earliest to latest. From earliest to latest. So starting with option 2 is the right option. Starting with domestic operations, then is export operations, then is subsidiaries or joint ventures, multinational operations, and the last is transnational operations. Next question is, which of the following matters should contain in the rules of a trade union as per the provisions of the Trade Union Act? Rules of trade union as per the provisions of the Trade Union Act. The whole object for which the trade union has been established, the political party to which the trade union affiliated, the whole of the purpose for which the general funds of the trade union shall be applicable, the manner in which the members of the executive and other office bearers of the trade union shall be elected or removed, the manner in which the rules shall be amended, varied or rescinded. So it's the option B को जब हम लोग एलिमिनेट करेंगे the political party to which the trade union affiliated, so option हमारा आ जाएगा A, C, D and E, that is option 4. Next question is, the concept of labor welfare is elastic, is inflexible, differs from time to time, remains identical for all regions, depends on socio-economic development of people. So अगर हम लोग ऑप्शन डी को एलिमिनेट करते हैं, ऑप्शन डी यानी कि द स्टेटमेंट डी को एलिमिनेट करते हैं, रिमेन्स आइडेंटिकल फॉर ऑल रीजन्स. कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ लेबर वेलफेयर इज नॉट द सेम और आइडेंटिकल फॉर ऑल रीजन्स. तो जहां हम लोग ने डी ऑप्शन को एलिमिनेट करेंगे, सो दो ऑप्शंस बचे अब हमारे पास, ए बी सी एंड ए सी ई. सो ए और सी तो दोनों में कॉमन है, और बी और ई में देखते हैं. इज इनफ्लेक्सिबल, डिपेंड्स ऑन सोशियो इकोनॉमिकल development of the people. So this will be correct, and is inflexible wrong. So option 3 will be the right option. Next question is 116. Which of the following is correct relating to overall motivating potential score MPS? So इस क्वेश्चन का भी हम लोग आंसर देखते हैं क्या होगा, बिकॉज इस क्वेश्चन में भी डाउट है. अगर चैलेंज हुआ होगा तो इसका आंसर अगर चेंज होता है तो देखते हैं क्या फाइनल की में इसका आंसर आता है. अकॉर्डिंग टू अभी जो आंसर की रिलीज हुई उसके अकॉर्डिंग ऑप्शन 2 इज द राइट ऑप्शन, बट इधर मल्टीप्लिकेशन की जगह एडिशन होना चाहिए था. ठीक है, ये थोड़ा चेंज होना चाहिए. वेट अ मिनट, इधर मल्टीप्लिकेशन की जगह एडिशन होना चाहिए था. Who has developed the concept of synergy? Peter F. Drucker, Bernard, Potter, and Soff. The answer is option 4. Question number 118 is, as per the Mines Act of 1952, the medical practitioner attending the persons employed in a mine and suffering from notified diseases shall send a report to the chief inspector stating which of the following: the name and address of the patient, the disease from which the patient is suffering, the name and address of the trade union to which the patient is a member, the name and address of the mine in which the patient is or was last employed. So the answer is option 3, that is A, B and D. The name and address of the trade union to which the patient is a member is not there. A, B and D, option 3. Next is match list 1 with list 2. authorities and provisions with their schedules. So, the first is Schedule 1 includes industries declared to be the public utility service. Then is the Schedule 2 Labor Code, Schedule 3 Industrial Tribunal, and Schedule 4 is the Notice of Change. So, answer is option 4. Next question is 120 question. Which wage rates may be fixed directly by legislation, by high courts, by industrial tribunals, by process of arbitration, by Supreme Court? The answer is option number 2, that is A, C and D, by legislation, by industrial tribunals and by process of arbitration. The wage rates may be fixed by the legislation, by industrial tribunals, by process of high court, not the high court and Supreme Courts, but the process of arbitration. So option 2. Next is question number 121 is arrange the stages in data analytics in proper sequence from beginning to end. So collect data into a database and ascertain validity, map the identified impact factors affecting the organization. C. Map categories to identify correlations and trends that are useful to measure. D. Formulating the algorithm that analyzes the various factors. E. Validate the prediction using statistical tools or other methodologies for utility. So the correct sequence is option 2. Starting with the collect the data into a database and ascertain the validity. Next then is then is C. Map categories to identify correlation. Then is B. Then is D. And the last is validate the predictions. Question number 122 is which of the following matters are to be dealt with by shop councils under the Scheme of Workers' Participation of 1975? Assist management in achieving monthly yearly production targets, assist in maintaining general discipline in the shop department, safety measures, preparation of schedules of working hours and holidays, physical conditions of working. So the answer is option 1, that is A, B, C and E. A, B, C and E. Preparation of schedules of working hours and holidays is not there. Next question is which of the following is mentioned in section 7 of the Industrial Employment Standing Orders Act 1946? Section 7, conditions for certification of standing orders, submission of draft standing orders, certification of standing orders, the date of operations of standing order. So the answer is option number 4, date of operation of standing orders is mentioned in this section 7th of the Industrial Employment Standing Orders Act of 1946. Question number 124 is demand for labor of a firm is the direct demand, hidden demand, open demand or derived demand. Demand for labor of a firm is the derived demand, that is option 2. Next question is match list 1 with list 2 author with their books. So Karl Marx is Communist Manifesto. Frank Tannenbaum is the Philosophy of Labor. C का third and D का fourth. C का third and D का fourth दो options में आ रहा है, confusion. अब Harold Joseph Lusky and Robert F. Hoxie. So एक का second होना चाहिए, so इससे हमारा option number 2 is the right option. And Robert F. Hoxie, Trade Unionism in the United States. Question number 126 is who is to be consulted if any inflammable materials such as petroleum products are to be stored or handled in the premises of the factory. So the options that are given are the State Labour Commissioner, Chief Labour Commissioner Central, Department of Explosives, the Government of India through Chief Controller of Explosives and the Chief Inspector of the Factories. So the answer is option 3, Department of Explosives, Government of India through Chief Controller of Explosives. Question number 127 is arranged in a sequence the schemes of participation in accordance with their formation, creation in ascending order. So starting with the Works Committee, then is the Joint Management Council, ED, then is board level participation, then is Shop Council and Joint Council, and the last is institutions, A. So option 2 is the right option. I will take the class of all the important years, okay, in coming sessions. Question number 128 is deductions which may be made from wages as per the Payment of Wages Act of 1936 are deductions for absence from duty, deductions for house accommodation supplied by the employer, deductions for supply of tools required by the employment, deductions of income tax payable by the employed persons, deductions for payment of insurance premium or fidelity guarantee bonds. सो ऑप्शन जब हम लोग स्टेटमेंट 3 को एलिमिनेट करेंगे, सी को एलिमिनेट कर देंगे बिकॉज डिडक्शंस फॉर सप्लाई ऑफ टूल्स आर इज नॉट कंसिडर्ड एज द डिडक्शंस व्हिच मे बी मेड फ्रॉम द वेजेस. So option 3 will be the right option. Question number 129 is the Government of India became concerned about the occupational health after the recommendation of the Government of India became concerned about the occupational health after the recommendation of the Royal Commission on Labour, First National Commission on Labour, report of the Rage Committee, Second National Commission on Labour. So the answer is option 1, that is Royal Commission on Labour 1931. Next is question number 130. The appropriate government with effect from 1st October 1987 notified that every employer of establishment other than an employer or establishment belonging to the central government or state government shall obtain which of the following for his liability to pay gratuity. Voluntary insurance from any insurance company investigating certain percentage of the wage bill of employees in share market, compulsory insurance from the Life Insurance Corporation of India, compulsory insurance from any insurance company. So the answer is option 3, that is compulsory insurance from LIC of India. Next is match the following HRD framework with their formulators, their developers. So ये direct question आया था. The strategic HR framework approach, Ulrich and Lake. So C का third. Human capital framework approach, B का first. So option 2 is the right option. Integrated HRD system approach, Uday Parikh and TV Rao, and the integrative framework approach, Jung and Berman. Next is question number 132 is match the leadership styles with their level of confidence on followers. Exploitative, autocratic, benevolent autocratic, participative and democratic. These are the 4 leadership styles and we have to match with their level of confidence on followers. So the answer is option 3. A ka third. Exploitative, autocratic is leaders have no confidence in subordinates. B ka first. Benevolent, autocratic, leaders have participative is, wait a minute. Yes. Participative is leaders have substantial but not total confidence in the subordinates, and democratic is leaders have full confidence in subordinates. And benevolent is leaders have condescending confidence in the subordinates. Question number 133 is sequentially arrange the following provisions of the ID Act. (1947) in ascending order. So let's see their sections also. So option 2 is the right option. Compensation to workmen in case of transfer of an undertaking. Starting with the I think the section is 225F. Okay. I will check it and then I will let you know the correct section of the option statement D. Conditions to retrenchment of workmen. Okay, let's see the option D. Conditions precedent to retrenchment of workmen. Then is compensation to workmen in case of transfer of an undertaking. Then is B, 60 days notice to be given of intention to close down, and the C is the compensation to workmen in case of closing down of an undertaking. These are the sections which are written, okay? The section should be 25F, okay? Not 25FF. And I will let you also, I will let this, yes. Once I will check, I will let you know correct section of this. Next question is question 134. Arrange the following schemes of Employees Provident Fund and Miscellaneous Provisions Act of 1952 in a sequence according to their enactment from earliest to latest. So starting with the Employees Provident Fund, B. Then Family Pension Scheme, then Deposit Link Insurance Scheme, and the last is Employee Pension Scheme. These are the years I have mentioned, okay? Question number 135 is, which of the following are the past-oriented performance appraisal methods? Past-oriented. So कौन से हैं? Critical incident methods, behavioral anchored rating scales, and force distribution method. That is A, B, and D, option 2. Question number 136 is, match list 1 with list 2, book with their authors. Competing the Future, C.K. Prahlad and Gray Hamel. A का third, एक ही ऑप्शन में आ रहा है, ऑप्शन 2. In Search of Excellence, Tom Peters and Waterman. The Nature of Managerial Work, Henry Mintzberg, and Corporate Strategy, Igor Ansoff. Match list 1 with list 2, HR metrics with their significance. So the correct answer is option 2. Return on investment is HR value addition is determined. HR expense factor is shows the cost incurred on HR functions compared to the total operating cost of the company. Effectiveness of each employee shows how far an employee is useful to the organization, and hiring cost is gives a picture about how much the company incurs on recruitment and selection. Question number 138 is match list 1 with list 2. Correct answer is option 4th. Halo effect. Rater's assessment is influenced by one aspect of an employee performance. Primacy effect. Rater's assessment is influenced by behavior exhibited by employee during the early stages. Spillover effect. Rater's assessment is influenced by past performance. And perceptual set. Rater's assessment is influenced by previously held beliefs about an employee. So option number 4th. Question number 139 is sequentially arrange the steps of the controlling process. Sequentially arrange the steps of the controlling process. So first is the establishment of standards. Then is the measurement of performance. Then is comparison of performance with the standard. Analyze the deviation and take corrective action. Option 4th. BACED. Question number 140 is the degree to which employees believe an organization values their contribution and cares about their well-being. Employee proprietary engagement, perceived organization support, psychological empowerment, job satisfaction. So the answer is option 2, that is perceived organization support. Next is reading the comprehension. Read the passage carefully and answer the following questions. In the modern times, the most Pressing problem in a developing countries is unemployment. That is the inability of a person willing and able to work under reasonable circumstances to find suitable work, which they are not getting. It is really a loss to the nation as the unemployed do not contribute anything in building the nation. The immediate effect of unemployment is obviously a reduced income, and as savings are usually insufficient to support the family for any length of time. The result is a fall in the standard of living. Thus, unemployment threatens great privation in food, clothing, etc., and causes misery not only to the man directly affected but also to his family. Therefore, an all round effort is needed to solve the problem of unemployment. Development of nations' resources with more investments, capital equipment, increase in the pace of industrialization, both in large scale and small scale sectors, agriculture, reorganization, a job oriented educational system, manpower planning, checks on growth of population, sound monetary and fiscal policies, etc., can be some of the remedies to tackle the problem of unemployment, particularly in a country of developing economy. In this connection, it is also suggested that labor exchange should be established to bring about equilibrium between demand and supply of labor and provide more regular work for the laborer and minimize the evils of casual labor. The public demand for labor can be increased by undertaking public work programs like construction of public buildings, railways, road, canals, etc. This will not only give employment to those who are employed in such works but will stimulate private enterprise by creating demands for goods on the part of those workers. So, yes, the passage was easy and the questions were also direct. Okay. So, first question is, which of the following is not mentioned as a remedy to reduce unemployment? The answer is option 2. Question number 142 is, the passage suggests that labor exchanges should be established for many primary purposes: to reduce the burden on the private sector for job creation, to improve the overall skill set of laborers, to balance the demand and supply of labor, to provide financial aid to the unemployed individuals. To provide financial aid to the unemployed individuals. So the answer is option 3, to balance demand and supply of labor. Next question is, according to the passage, what would be the impact of unemployment on a family's standard of living? A shift in family structure due to migration for work, decreased access to essential services such as healthcare and education, privation in basic needs like food and clothing due to diminished savings, increased reliance on government assistance for basic needs. So the answer is option 3. Privation in basic needs like food and clothing due to diminished savings. Next question is, what is one suggested benefit of public work programs in relation to unemployment according to the passage? They stimulate private enterprise, they reduce income disparity, they decrease taxation, they limit population growth. So the answer is option 1. They stimulate private enterprises. Next is, according to the passage, unemployment is a loss to the nation primarily because it requires the government to allocate funds for welfare. Unemployed individuals do not contribute to the national development. It increases the population below the poverty line. It leads to inflation due to decreased productivity. So the answer is option 2. Coming to the next passage, let's discuss the questions. Please read the passage yourself, okay? This was also very easy and the direct questions were there. Question number 146 is, which factor is not mentioned as a part of challenges HR managers face in managing a diverse workforce? Handling workforce losses due to prejudices, addressing decreased productivity from discrimination, ensuring uniformity in employee opinions and beliefs, managing legal actions against the organization. The answer is option 3. Next question is, the passage suggests that workforce diversity encompasses a wide range of characteristics. Which of the following best explains the need for HR to manage these characteristics effectively? to create a standard cultural environment in the workplace to prevent loss of productivity, to ensure that the company meets government employment quotas, to avoid market specific cultural adaptation. The answer is option 2. Next question is, which of the following aspect is not mentioned in the passage as a dimension of workforce diversity? Political beliefs, parental status, educational background, military experience. So which is not mentioned? Political beliefs is not mentioned. Option 1. Question number 149 is, according to the passage, which of the following best describes the Think Global Act Local approach to HR management in HR management? So the answer is option 2, that is adapting global strategies to the cultural and market specific needs of each location. Next question and last question of today's class is, how many workplace diversity become a strategic organizational asset as per the passage? How many workplace diversity has become a strategic organizational aspect as per the passage? The answer is option 4, by leveraging the unique talents and perspectives of a diverse workforce. So yes, this is all for today's class. I hope you will find this session valuable and informative. प्लीज टेल मी कि आपका स्कोर क्या, जिसने भी एग्जाम दिया था इस बार का दिसंबर साइकिल का, सो आप लोगों का क्या स्कोर रहा है आउट ऑफ 300? ओके, प्लीज लेट मी नो इन द कमेंट सेक्शन. So please like the class, share with your friends, comment if you have any doubt and subscribe to the channel अगर आपने अभी तक चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है. Thank you so much.